night, everyone. Good night. Welcome once again to the Sports Frenzy podcast. I'm your host, Levon. With me tonight, I have Kems, who is in a United jersey tonight. I don't know why. We have the man who calls himself the Rabbit sometimes, and sometimes this man is the intellectual doctor. This man goes by a lot of alias. Talking about the doctor himself, Shakes, big up yourself, bro. We have the man that is in celebration mode. I mean, the other day this man came here as a little dressed down Christian boy. Tonight I don't know what he's on, but I
Straight
think
up.
they call him Cool Cat when he's in the glasses. So big up yourself, Cool Cat.
Shots on me. Shots on me.
All right, first up, hear what guys? What he's celebrating? The man is the EFL Cup champion. What's wrong with you, bro? Man, stay over your card. Anyways, guys, hear what? First and foremost, I'm disappointed with you all. Commenters, I'm disappointed, man. I don't like the viewership. The viewership is not what we want it to be. You can't tell me so we have what? 751 subscribers on a nightly basis. I only see 20 viewers at once. That can't work. So I need you all to step it up and do something else, man. You need to do something about it. So, guys, just get the thing to work. Just get to work now, man. And moderators, you know what to do already, man. Ensure that you spam out that comment section right throughout. Get it done. But first and foremost, this is where I'm going to start. The results are in for our draft. And I just checked through, and we have a tie for the top spot.
Oh, wait a sec.
Two persons are tied on 13 votes, while the second place person is on 8. The fourth place person is on 5, I believe. And then you have a next man on 3. So, without further ado, let me just go in order. So, Shakes came in 5th with 3 votes. Ryan came in 4th.
No.
Say the man come in last, brother. What kind of thing? Last.
Ryan came in with 5 votes. And the man that calls himself the voice of average players, came in 3rd with 8 votes. Then
Clap.
there are 2 fellas that are tied at the top with 13 votes, and that's yours truly. And the man who's celebrating his EFL. So we are the champions. We're going to share the trophy on this one. But best believe I'm going to beat the other one.
You guys are not going to penalties?
You did the right thing, people.
Why said Shakes? We need to go to penalties.
Yeah, man, go to penalties.
I saw pretty say a vote off.
So
No.
What you guys could do at the penalties is try to come up with a proper substitutes bench and let the people vote again.
Boss, I'm fine sharing the trophy. I'm not bad, man. I'm fine. Guys, thank you so much for your votes. I appreciate it. You know good football. Thank you very much.
Shakes, and my Demon is running away from it.
I know.
Demon knows that it's going to come down to a popularity contest, and I'm going to beat him to a pulp.
There's no shame in my game, brother. That's true. That is true.
All right, bro. Big up on yourself, man. And thanks for everybody that tuned into it, man. And there's more coming. And once the show is finished, tonight I'm going to put up the NBA 5. So you guys can vote on who was selected the best 5 of me. So that's another vote I need to get that.
Yeah, if me no win that one day, no. Michelle, if me no win that one day, no problem. You can lose the football one, but if me no win the basketball one, there are worries. All
right. So a better way to start it than let's kick it off with the man who is in a celebration mode. I'm going to start right here. Liverpool, they won the EFL Cup on penalties. I mean, people are still beating Kepa that he blazed that one over and said that he shouldn't have been substituted in and all these things. But first up, Kims, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah.
Now you look at it. And as we always say now, hindsight is 2020.
Absolutely.
Because 3 times this season already, Kepa has saved Chelsea in penalty shootout. So why is it that the tested, proven keeper you want to go with in this situation? So what do you have to say to those Chelsea fans that are blaming Kepa?
All right. So first of all, Pepe Paul, yes, this is a United jersey. Pay a lot of money for it. As a matter of fact, I lie, me I tell you. Somebody buy it for me. My good friend Deandra buy it for me. So, but anyway, apart from that, so Pepper Paul, I hope you win some money over the weekend. Because even a West Ham 1-0 victory there, I mean a 1-0 victory there, I hope you buy that. But anyway, back to this game, Levon. Again, Levon, you see when you lose, you always find something for blame it, man. You just think about a loser. When them lose, they never say, well, boy, that team is just better than me, especially when it's a closely contested game like that. No, as you said, hindsight is always 2020. And a lot of persons are saying, oh, well, oh, Mendy just won Afghan and him save penalty there, so why never do that? But I think this has been Chelsea's strategy from, I think it's actually from the time when they wanted to substitute Kepa and put in Willie, and Kepa run him away and say, oh, no, I'm here to keep this. I think from, that time, Chelsea has always done that. The reverse. So the standing keeper when it's penalty, the one from the bench come on. And Kepa has done a great job, when him come on, win penalty shoot. I think in the Super Cup it was. I think it was a Super Cup where, he was substituted on, I believe. And he allowed them to win. And one of these cups, I think it was. So I wouldn't say it's Kepa's fault. What I will say though is that for the man to save some of them penalty there, I'm looking at some of those penalties and I'm saying, come on, Kepa. If you are the penalty guy, you have to save some of them. Some of them barely graze all him hand. Some of those penalties were excellent taking penalties. Like I believe even the Trent one, three keeper can't save that. But some of the penalties were barely graze. All right, let me show you which penalty. The Van Dijk penalty. Kepa is 3/4. And Van Dijk still kick the ball the same place which Mark Kepa. Oh, you're not save that. I would understand if Van Dijk kick it over the other side because I think mind games and so. So some of the saves, that are the only thing I would say. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't think the game should have went to penalties. A lot of persons are saying this is the most exciting nil draw. Absolutely rubbish. Not for me. I've never seen so much easy missed chances in my entire life. I'm watching. I'm Mason Mount miss some of these chances. I remember say Levon tell me about Mason Mount in them team. I said there's no way I'm saying there's no way Levon can win this competition. From the Chelsea fans must have got to take back them vote because look at Mason Mount and then the one that Mane get, and a lot of persons are saying Mendy made a good save. But I don't know, Mane. You see Mendy right there, so may I put it over the far corner. That does me. May I put it over the far corner. So I'm thinking that. But the chances, I think Chelsea got more chances. I think Chelsea got more clear-cut chances. And I guess, but those are, is always what if we didn't know, if this did happen or whatever the case may be. There's nothing to take away from Liverpool. Even the goalkeeper, I think Dimo came on here and, and talk about him and say he would be the keeper. And his penalty was one of the better taken penalties.
Best.
The man right.
Best of the lot. But guess what? This man was a striker before he became a goalkeeper. Innit?
Oh, I didn't know that. So, and then I think Kepa was trying to what he did. So Kepa tried.
It's the same thing.
Rightly. So I wouldn't blame Kepa, but I can understand why some Chelsea fans would, because they need somebody to blame. But I would say, the blame have to go between Mason Mount. I think Pulisic wasn't good as well, and I just think they needed to put away their chances.
Okay, and big up to everybody in the chat as Owen, Christoph, Tyrese, Lataya, Adrian, Pepe, and I see Owen Green. Big up on yourself, man. And also to the person who was once a Man United fan, then took the bait and let someone converted her into a Liverpool fan. It's Robbins saying that. I'm not saying that it's Kepa's fault, but a penalty kick was seriously trash.
Wait, she was a Manchester United fan?
Of course she was a Manchester But no, Shakes, what do you have to say about it? Because I have to save the champion for last, so he can gloat about his team.
Thank you.
All right, good night, peeps. So yeah, it was a tremendous spectacle, if you want to call it that. It was a brilliant match, as Tim's rightfully said. In terms of the chances that weren't taken on the day, it was ridiculous. Let's start with Mason Mount. Or no, wrong. Let's start with Christian Pulisic. Let's go to Mason Mount. Let's go to Mason Mount again. Let's go to Mo Salah. His dink that just like you wonder like what kind of dink that. Um, Mane, yes. Kem said put it to the far corner, but guess what? You see when the keeper is on the ground, where Mane was going was actually the closest point from where the ball was to reach across the line. So you can understand him going there. Listen, it was just an instinctive save by the goalkeeper. You see, if De Gea had made that save, we would say, oh yeah, we are accustomed to that, right? Mendy is now in that mold where, oh, he did that. You're not surprised by what he just did, right? It was just a ridiculously good save, right? So I wouldn't really fault Mane for that. Yeah, some offsides in the game, some very close calls, right? Um, Kems is right. Chelsea fans might be looking for somebody to blame, but there's no way Kepa can be blamed, right? But guess what? First and foremost, the game should not have gone to penalties. It's as simple as that. Should not have gone to penalties. Your number one goalkeeper kept you in the tie. Mind you, Kelleher, you guys brought him up. He was excellent. Yes. And for those who don't believe in dreams, Kelleher actually started. Probably Demo didn't even know this. That man went into goal the first time, age 14. I'm sure Demo did not know that.
Why me wouldn't know that?
Because you don't necessarily know
Boss,
everything.
boss, listen.
Anyway, moving
Continue with
on.
your
Hold
thing.
on, this won't get your chance, champion. Just relax, no cool cat. But anyway, yes. Mind you, Kelleher was excellent in the game, right? But the saves that Mendy pulled off, right? He kept you in the game. So it means that you had the chance to win the game. So that's why I'm saying that the game should not have gone to penalties. And Kems was also right when he said, and I think everybody would agree that Chelsea clearly had the better chances slash the easier chances that you would expect people to finish on the day, right? And even the fact that they are coming off the Club World Cup, right? So they played in a final recently, right? They are here in another final. So it was kind of disappointing that they didn't do more. I don't really know about the offside for Lukaku's go like honestly, I don't really know about it because you see if it's one thing I know about VAR and when them draw lines, there are times when they show certain angles, right? That kind of trick things, right? So you're kind of uncertain. You just hope that the lines that they draw are actually true. But how you're going to actually debate it if it's just what somebody is gonna put up? Is it that the computer is actually generating genuine, accurate lines, or is it that a man, based on his vision, meaning his visual acuity, and what he sees on the monitors based on the angles, he's just inputting lines and using it? We don't know. We have never VAR has never we have never really got that fine detail as to the inner workings of VAR. But as I said, it should not have really come to the penalties. As I said, I'm not going to blame Kepa because guess what? You see the form that Mendy was in, there's no way I'm taking that man out of my goal and putting in Kepa. You know why? Because mentally, you see, if I have kept, remember, it is Mendy versus Allison, two top class keepers. All right, Klopp goes with the youngster, excellent on the day, but Chelsea go with Mendy. So it means that you don't have the confidence in Kepa from the get go to start him, right? So to just get up and say, oh yeah, let's put him on for the penalty. Listen, what kind of frame of mind would he have been in that he was left on the bench? So you see that fragility mentally, I'm not putting him on. On top of that, Mendy was probably the man of the match throughout the game. So for me, I'm gonna blame the coach to put on Kepa in that situation. And not only that, this is the last thing I will say. Read the penalties now. Kelleher's was excellent. Trenton was probably the best, followed by Mo Salah, right? Fabinho's
No,
own
brother, Fabinho one man. Fabinho.
Hold on, man. Fabinho's own took serious guts. That was ridiculously good, right? But those would be my top three, right? Trent, Salah, followed by Fabinho. Those were ridiculously good, right? It was an excellent penalty shootout, right? But for me, as somebody that quote unquote is supposed to save you on the day, in Kepa, he really got nowhere close to any of those penalties. Yeah, as Kim say, one and two might graze in hand, but really and truly, like the man was like on the other side of town while the ball was just being struck into the net. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I think Kelleher got closer to some than Kepa,
yeah,
right?
that's just the Verna
Yeah.
one.
But
But
as I said, it really shouldn't have gone to penalties. But it was
Shakes,
a good final.
but you watch Shakes, and before I get to the man to gloat about his team, um, I personally think that Kepa should have kept in the final. I mean, Mendy was excellent on the day, but it's just a personal thing for me that you see if you have a keeper keeping throughout a competition,
Yeah,
just
man.
give him
Stay
the
with
man
it.
deserve it. It's just like I don't remember which season it was that I think it was Dean Henderson that was keeping for United at a point in time, and United brought in David Dea for
Yeah,
the
that
match.
was the Europa
Yeah,
League final against
I'm
Sevilla.
someone that believe in giving players the opportunity that they deserve, and Liverpool did it with Keller, and I applaud Klopp for that, man.
Yep.
But man, to gloat about his team, go ahead. This team is
Please and
flawless.
thanks. Please and thanks. So we're 17 minutes in, people. All of the Liverpool fans, just put some trophy emojis in the chat there. Please put some nine in the chat there, please. Because a lot of talk there happened before the game, and I mean hear people are compare Tuchel with Klopp and some nonsense there happened before the game. So here's my thing. See this trophy for me is I don't care about it until me get to the final or where I play a final. That's the only time I care about this trophy. I only watch this competition to see the youths play and to see the fringe players play who I believe deserve a chance to try and get into the squad. That's my personal thing just for these kind of cups. So I don't care about it until we get to a final, and that's just my thing. I mean it's just what it is. Now we get to the game, and I wasn't pleased with the lineup, and Klopp came out from before. I knew Kelleher was going to keep, but I wasn't pleased with the lineup because Klopp said he's a human first before a manager and all of these things. So that's why Kelleher got the nod, and Allison also approved of Kelleher being the number one keeper. So it never just happened like that. So everybody had an understanding that Kelleher was going to be the man. But for me, Takumi Minamino should have started that game because he has been the shining light for Liverpool in that said competition, and he's very much on the fringes. So Klopp, you're human first when you pick Kelleher, but as soon as Salah and I'm telling you about this before on the show that as soon as Salah and Mane them come back, he's going to drop the guys who are doing well and say, "Oh, it's your best team. You have to play your best team." And for me, Minamino deserved to start that game because of his goal scoring form in that competition, and because I think when he was playing for Southampton, he bagged against Chelsea when he dashed with some people. So even that alone, give him some confidence playing against Chelsea again. So we get into the game, and for me, the game started out really well. Like 20 minutes first, Chelsea there run the show, and they created a lot of chances, Mason Mount especially. And I'm a big fan of Mason Mount. Michelle, commiserations by the way. It was a good finals, big up yourself. So Mason Mount got the chance, Pulisic got the chance, and all of these chance. But the thing is, at the end of it all, it seemed like Chelsea created more chances because like we're at the offside chances to it, and me no really want to put them there to it because if we take out the offside chances, it's a lot more even than people think it was. Because for me, Mane got that header where Trent put on a T, like I don't know how Mane just mistime him header like that and hit the ball well wide when he was right there. He also got the Keita shot, the rebound. I thought that was a chance that Mane has to score. Salah got the one-on-one breakaway. Luis Diaz got a breakaway one-on-one as well. And it's like people seem to forget. So
Van
we
Dijk.
did The goal that was chalked off. Oh no, the save from
No,
Mendy.
no, the save from Mendy. That was a brilliant save.
Yeah, and obviously the goal that got chalked off. So I mean, we had clear cut chances as well to score, but the thing is, like Sheikh said, the Chelsea chances were easier. That means the Mount one when Iman Kelleher, like Kelleher, not even try go for the ball. Like you were just going to pick the ball out of the net, and it
And
just
give
came
up.
back up. Like that was a shocking miss. And if anybody is to blame for Chelsea's loss, it has to
Yep.
be Mason Mount for me personally. So the overall thing for this game for me is it's a game of what would I say is the letter of the law. And so a lot of people are blame saying that Naby Keita should have gotten a red card. Yeah. For me, Naby Keita deserved a red card from the letter of the law. Naby Keita should have gotten a red card. Yeah. Letter of the law again in terms of the offside. We've seen before when Patrick Bamford for Leeds stretch out him hand for point where he want the ball go, and he was offside for that. We've seen Firmino also. It happened to him stretching out his hand and he was offside for it. So letter of the law again, Lukaku was offside because we are going with the letter of the law. Van Dijk as well, he was interfering with play from an offside position, letter of the law, fine. No goal for us as well. With the Matic goal, that's fine. So I don't want people come and make it seem like so things just go my way or things just go for Liverpool and that's how we end up on. No, if we work with the letter of law, let's work with the letter of the law all
But
around the board.
Dima, as you talk about the letter of the law, this is
Mhm.
actually one game where people can't really complain about the ref.
But that's what everybody do. That's why I bring up
But
the Keita.
I
Keita
don't
should have.
get that. I
Huh?
don't get that from the game.
If you go around social media, everybody are complaining about referee. Lukaku goal should have stood. Da 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 da. By the letter of the law, yeah, and this is what they've been doing. If your hand ahead of the man, you get offside. Yeah, and he was given offside for that. So I don't understand why everybody say, "Oh,
Yeah,
Lukaku never."
I don't think anybody should. I won't say they didn't, but I don't think anybody should have any complaints in terms of where the refereeing is concerned because I think it was fair throughout the
I
game.
agree.
It was a game that was allowed to flow, and it's not many times.
I was just about to say it, Shakes, that it wasn't until what 80 minutes before this man popped out a yellow card.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
because of
it's not
consistent
many
fouling.
times. Not many
Yes.
times these English referees are so lenient and just allow the game to just flow.
Exactly.
They
And the
don't have
man.
they don't have stoppages. They don't have people lying down on the floor and rolling and
Facts.
pretending. And then you actually got a full game of
Mm,
football. Anybody actually wants to rewatch a football game,
yeah.
but throughout the season, listen, just go check the Carabao Cup final,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So
That's
so
a
so so
full
so
match.
so my thing is, so the referee understood that it was a final. The man don't want, mess it up and stop the game every second and all of these things. And for me, he made the game flow and whatever. So missed chances from both ends. It came down to penalties. And for me, listen, like like I say, I never think would have so excited or into this cup so much because, like I say, leading up to this is not a cup we care about unless me in a final. When it got to the penalties, boss, it's like me I watch a Champions League final, and I don't know why. Yeah, and people are complaining about the whole Mendy Kepa situation and and the subs. People say it should have happened, and hindsight again is everything. But the facts are Kepa has remember see if him career, I have the stats here. So his career penalties faced 24 and he saved 7 of them. The the Mendy has faced 32 penalties in his career and he's only saved 2. So that combining what them seen at training, I'm sure Chelsea had the stats as to why they might do it. Kepa obviously is the better penalty keeper over the career, and that's why he went for Kepa. And me now go blame the coach to bring on that if the stats go that way and him see the training, and obviously Kepa did save them in couple. They went to couple penalty shootouts leading into
In
this
this one,
final.
twice.
Yeah, I think Aston Villa was one
And
and also
Southampton.
yeah, and Kepa. So me not go blame the coach or whatever. I'm blaming Mason Mount. So awesome game for me. Went to penalty shootouts. Kepa tried everything to throw off everybody. Him stay one side. Him a tell Trent for kick that way there no point. Go here. So and every second the referee I try tell Kepa for go back. Like bro, like give my yellow card. or just shut up and make him do what him do. So he tried everything to show off the kickers, and then it just didn't work. Like
But
he
Liverpool did
got
it too
close
because
to
but Liverpool
Kanate.
But you know, Dimo, as you talk about that, I believe that the Liverpool players didn't really take Kepa serious
What you mean never take him serious?
based on the body language of those guys when they were.
yeah,
And just watch it back.
You know,
Fabinho, brother.
gee,
Just watch
Fabinho.
it back.
I was
Yo, if
like,
you just go and rate somebody,
listen.
listen, I don't think that they rate this guy highly, and they're like, all right, so yeah, then carrying this second-rate goalkeeper to come try stop our penalties. Oh, okay, all right, let's
Boss,
show them what we can do.
but
That
Dimo,
was what they
Liverpool did the same thing though, because you notice when I think
Salah.
it was Jorginho when Jorginho was stepping up,
Yeah,
as
Salah.
Salah said, "Don't jump."
Yeah, him said no skip.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
he
the
tried that.
steer with Van Dijk, he kept a boss. He's like, bro, what you try do? You see me? Him just slap it into the same end where him go for try and show off Van Dijk and stuff. And so it was a great game for me. I'm very happy now that we can say this is a boost going into the rest of the season. Like me having the brackets right, there's a quadruple anyone. Very sad for Thiago. That's why I have on him jersey. You can't see it. He was crying at the start of the game and stuff. Really wanted to be a part. And you can just see the team lack the composure in midfield whenever Thiago not play. It's just so different in midfield, like when he's not there. And I hope people can see his importance to the team. Big up to Harvey Elliott. He was crap when he came on. Like I say, him shouldn't see the pitch over Minamino, and I'm gonna continue to be clap for that. Even though we win the game, there's no way Milner and Harvey Elliott supposed to come on the field before you're leading goal scorer in this competition. That makes absolutely no sense. Yeah. And I mean, I guess he might do it for penalties and whatever, but he came on, pressure penalty, 18 years old, in bag, and then we move one more to the cabinet and greatest English club in the world, Liverpool FC.
All right, before I move on, just to say that it seems that Facebook has crashed. So it seems like some cyber is going on right now. Anyways,
Facebook crash?
yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
man.
no notification, no nothing at all on
The
Facebook right now.
Russian bug.
yes, good.
What
Yes.
the hell is wrong with this fella? But what I'll say about this game though, it's been a minute since I've watched listener football game that I was so happy for it to go to extra time. That was how entertaining the game was. And you know what I did? I muted the laptop when I was watching the game and listened it on BBC. Bro, you said John Murray, Ian Dennis, and Conor McNamara,
Yep.
goat level when it comes on the commentary.
Oh,
Those men are
right, man, I've watched that
crazy.
with Peter Drury, boss. It's sick.
Nah,
Peter Drury all day, every day.
Nah.
Dino, you see when it
You need
comes
to take
on
in
to
those BBC guys.
you see when it comes on to describing a goal, I mean,
Yeah.
you'd say Peter Drury has all the
Nobody
adjectives
beats.
to describe the goal, But see, the play itself, when
Yeah.
leading up to the goal, nobody beats those BBC commentators. Those guys are crazy.
That's true.
Just
That's
send me the
true,
link.
no
Send me the link where you watch it and let me check it out.
Yeah, man,
But
I will.
Peter Drury, boss.
You see, especially that Conor McNamara fella. Jeez. The other
Let
day
me
when
tell you, you see Peter Drury, Demon, Peter Drury gives you the colorful commentary after the goal is scored,
Yes.
right?
this guy
Greek
are
God
real
is
life,
from.
live.
But the BBC commentators, when you are, all right, you see, if you leave a game and you're driving in your car, you can actually imagine that you are on that field of play based on how they are describing the build up of the play.
Fear.
I see the say like certain commentators like
BBC, yeah, you'll understand.
you see like when you're watching certain commentary or listening certain commentary, and even when a shot is going to blaze over the bar and they make it sound exciting, these
Yeah,
guys don't. You see, if they see that it's going to go over the bar, they
work
are
leave it.
calm. But you see, as long as it's leading to a goal,
Yep.
man, these guys are crazy.
Yeah. Oh, just before you leave this, big up yourself, Luis Diaz. Jesus Christ. The man is just the perfect fit for Liverpool. The man would like what happened to him still have a back? The man
Guy's a
take
terrorist, man.
Shalaba the whole game first half. Like, man, and that's Rich James come on. The man just flick the ball over and made like same there Liverpool for years and years. Like, the man is just a special. For me, he was very close to being the man of the match. I know Van Dijk got it, but Luis Diaz was amazing, and him just there for like a
Better
month
than
and
Curtis
already
Jones,
get a
right?
trophy. You know what I mean? So big up himself.
Yeah, man, the producer said big up his boy RV Elliott, better than Curtis Jones.
Boss, next topic.
All right, then we'll go into the next one, which is EPL. So we saw Tottenham getting a 4-0 beating. Well, I mean, Tottenham dished out a 4-0 whopping to Leeds. Leeds were absolutely bamboozled, and I mean, bro, that Kane pass to Son. OMG. For days, man. It would be like to me, I like the pass that Messi made to Mbappe in that PSG game, but I said this Kane pass, this was the pass of the weekend for me. And Kems, you're a man that love to beat up container. And we said it that Tottenham would have won this game. And you also said that Tottenham would have won 1.5. So, Pepe, I hope that you grabbed it early in that Saturday morning because you'd have eaten a nice piece of food. So, Kim,
Pepe
just go
a
ahead and jump
joker,
right
man.
into it.
Pepe a joker, man. Pepe no want rich. But let me tell you no already, I told you guys that Leeds keep on, rotating, recycling the same players. You probably have 2 or 3 different players off the bench, or 4. And we see it time and time again that the team they just don't have it. They don't have the full squad, and the type of football that they try to play week in, week out. I mean, it's very exhausting on the mind and on the body. And I will see it, and the coach is now fired and new coach coming in. So let us see. But I think as a coach, and you guys big up Bielsa. I'm not saying he's not a good coach, but you guys have big them up a lot, year in, year out. And I'm saying, as a coach, you have to be able to adapt, And one thing about Mr. Press Conference, him come to Manchester United and want to do 4-2-2-2-2-2-2 all the way go down. And then he realized that the players can't fit. And you know what he did? Try it again, it never worked, and then he just changed the formation and start, instead of making the players adapt to a system, he adapt to the players. And I don't think Bielsa had that. He have one thing stuck in our mind, attack, 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 and that's what everyone do. So I thought that, I think I picked Tottenham to win 3-0, but they end up winning 4-0. I can't, when a team play against Leeds, I can't look at that and have no measuring stick and say, okay, they're this or that. I mean, it's Leeds. I think everybody should beat them. So it's a good game for Tottenham. That I don't think the Hurricane pass was better than the Messi pass, but we all have our little choices. So.
Yeah, man, you're coming the Messi bias. But, shit, now I look at it and, I mean, Bielsa though, man, fam, jeez. I mean, I said it to Ryan the other day, and Ryan was saying, no, it's because some of these players are missing, but fam, you have to learn to adapt. I mean, Calvin Phillips has been out for a while, Patrick Bamford has been out and all of that, but they keep on doing the same thing over and over, and it just not has been working for you. So you look at it, and they conceded like 20 goals in the month of February, I think, and in the last 3 games they conceded over like between 12 to 16, I think. So when you look at it, right decision made by Leeds.
Yeah. The only thing I disagreed with Ken's just now is when he said Bielsa is a good coach.
No, I said that y'all were saying that he was a good
No,
coach.
no, you can't say y'all. You can't say y'all. You have to specify.
Levon was the leader in that, telling me say Bielsa good coach, and him tell me him resume and what him used to do to Argentina and all of that. So I mean, I don't know. I never know of him as a big time coach, but when it come out to football, I digress to certain people, and Levon is one of them. So him tell me say I'm a
No,
big coach, so all right, a big
So hold
coach.
on, hold on. Me saying he's a good coach equates to me saying he's a big coach.
Wait,
Come
so we're saying that Bielsa is not a big coach?
See, I
no,
got
he's
come
not a
on.
big coach.
Why is he not a big
What
coach?
makes him a big coach?
Because of what him do with Leeds. Leeds they are playing under Gary Monk or whatever him want
All
him
right,
or
well,
take favor for come up for the championship.
all
The
right,
man
all right.
came
Big
in,
up Graham
started to
Potter
play,
then. Big up Graham
started.
Potter then. Graham
But this
Potter is a better coach.
what?
What?
What that have to do with nothing?
I'm just saying, like, how do all right? So you see, for me, all right. Let me ask Dima this: if you're gonna give Bielsa a grade out of 10, coaching grade now, right? 10 is the highest. How much you'd give him?
7.5.
You're a madman.
What you mean?
So you're telling me that at 3 out of 4, 75% coach right, is good. Yet still, he cannot adapt to the Premier League in terms of okay.
So
So
what him
you
doing at the first
have,
year? What him doing at the
you
first year
have
when
the
him
boss.
come up?
So you don't have all the tools at your disposal right now. It's like a carpenter. You can't if you don't have all your tools, you can't expect to have the same output. You can't make the same furniture,
Listen,
right?
listen.
You
All right,
can't
Chief.
end up with the same end result.
Here Messi. I'm going to make you finish. Here Messi. You see, until Uno it reach Uno boss, injuries to a team at that extent, it derail. It happened to Liverpool last season, brother. It derail your whole campaign. And especially when there are big misses like the Calvin Phillips, the Bamford, and all. You not expect a man will only have
We
20
don't
players in
disagree
his
with that,
squad to
Dana.
work with.
We don't
And
disagree
the
with
man
that.
try everything. The man go for youth players in a boss.
But
The
the man
Gail
has not
Hearts, the
changed his
Somerville.
style of play. And that is what we're talking about. That's what Kims was alluding to. That he has not changed his style of play. All the man is doing is attack, 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 attack. And everybody know that Leeds is coming to attack, right? And they don't have the best midfield right now, and they are missing key players. They don't have the best players up front. So if you know that, if you, it was like how Ralph other day when he was describing Manchester United, saying, "Oh, but we already know what Manchester United going to do, so we just come and prepare for them." You hear what Kim's just said? But yo, everybody should beat Leeds. That's what Kim's just said, you know. So it therefore means that you literally don't have to do any homework going into a game against Leeds. And that is where I'm saying that, oh, but that can't be the hallmark of a good coach. Because if you know that you don't have the right setup, the right framework, then you have to try to adjust. So guess what? Instead of going gung ho, you try to be a bit more defensive so that guess what?
So
Let
so
us
Graham
try to
Potter is
get
a big coach?
I
Graham.
no. I
Okay,
didn't say that.
okay, me just ask.
I didn't say that. Right? But all I will say is you have to adapt to your situation. You can't blame a 38 game Premier League season and say, "Oh, I had injuries throughout the entire season." So hold on. Coaches make in-game management decisions. So want to in-game and in-season team decisions. You have to give him blame, right? So for me, it was like an easy thing to just say, "Oh, guess what? Out the door." Because guess what? From now, they played 26 games. So they have 12 games left. We can all agree right now that there would be no change in his style of play from now until the end of the season. That is not the hallmark of a good coach.
Okay.
And just make it clear this.
But go ahead.
This coach with 30 years has never won a major trophy.
Exactly. What makes him a good coach?
Never won a major trophy.
As I said, I wouldn't say he's a big coach, but because of what he did with some
Yeah,
of these
no,
teams, like, including Athletic Bilbao when he brought them to, where did he brought them to?
The
When
final,
he, yeah,
yeah,
no, but
final of
you
the
know, you
Europa.
have to
yeah, they
what
don't
they
want
They
it.
play.
lost to
No, but what I'm saying is
Villarreal
that,
or
Yeah.
Sevilla.
yeah, but what I said that he's a good coach. I never said that he was a big coach. And I said based on some of these players that he has also helped to develop. So I look at those things as well.
Exactly.
But
He's like a
but
I think DS is a mad coach.
until this
He's
ready,
mad.
so but
Levon, let me add this lastly about him. So you see, like how Klopp and Tuchel would big up Rangnick in terms of being a good master. So like you have coaches that have good ideas, right? But they can't necessarily bring it to the fore, right? However, they can have students of the game that actually come up and learn from somebody. If it's somebody that big up Bielsa too, you know. You have other coaches that big up Bielsa, but there must be a reason that he is deficient in many areas as to why he has never won anything major, nor has he coached any big team, none whatsoever. And it can't be just the language barrier, you know, because you do have big teams in Spain that they speak Spanish, and Argentina, he's from Argentina, so the language barrier isn't there, right? So there must be something that has prevented him from taking over some of those big clubs.
What I'll say is that we spend very long time talking about a man who is not a big coach or not a good coach. So clearly, him have something. Him have something.
But this is your sort of topic because you're the voice of the average.
Him,
But as I said, big up to Kane and Son. They became the leading marksman in terms of supplying each other in the
Yeah.
Premier League. So big up to them, and slowly but surely they're looking like each other. Probably by next year you'll finally see the transformation. But big up to those guys, and especially Kane. Kane has reinvented this game. I mean, this man was just a striker who hold up play and all that, but now you see that he comes deep and make those passes. And I'm sure that the English fans are very happy right now. Kane doing well, Sterling doing well, Sancho coming back into some form, Saka, Hiesa, and all those guys. English fans are smiling right now.
yes, who? Yes, who?
Are.
Oh, I just want to hold up my hand again. Big up to Kulusevski. He had another great game.
Thank you.
So big up him.
Thank you. I told her that the guy can play ball. But next up, we saw Burnley and Crystal Palace getting a 1-0 draw, and I believe Kim scored this one, but I'm going to start with Shakes on this one this time. Shakes, Burnley over the past few games are improving a hard nut to crack. They went down behind in this game, but they turned it around, and I mean they could have won it because I believe Woodpeckers had a chance that he fluffed, I think, and he also had one that hit the post. So when I look at this one, Burnley trying to escape the drop. Can they? I know that you're not a fan of them, so what do you
I'm not
say?
a fan of them. Yes, I'm not a fan of them escaping the drop. And I think I'm kind of tired of their football in the EPL, right? Sterile football. But guess what? I will say that you see the form that, and I was in the comment section for the last program, and I said that the slide that Everton are on, it is Burnley hope, but I still have them to get relegated, right? But when you really think about it, Leeds, Everton, Burnley, they are very close, right? 21, 22, 23 points, right? So that those are the three teams right there that will fight for that last spot. But for me, we did say that Burnley used up all their goals, so it was actually an own goal that they got in this game. I just had to point that out. Yeah, they used up their goals. But yeah, I would say it was a even game. Yeah, you said that Burnley could have won it at the end, but yeah, Zaha got chances too. That you would say, yeah, Crystal Palace should have scored. So for
No,
me,
bro, I'm not
one,
going to play us. Zara does that every match, so you
well,
can
yeah,
just.
yeah, yeah. But in terms of the chances, because you mentioned the chance that Burnley got, I think it was just a fair result on the day. Crystal Palace, they weren't spectacular. I think they have dropped off in terms of where they were probably like 2 months ago. Burnley, as you said, yes, they are huffing and puffing. Um, can they survive the drop? Not for me, but let's see what happens. But even match, fair result. I would say fair result. So it's a good point for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
The email I came on here, I told you from a long way out, that it's this Michael Olisa fella. He is a baller. And he was once again the creative outlet for this Crystal Palace team. And he has contributed, what, I think 6 goal contribution in his last 8 games. So he's doing well for them. But overall, I did thought that Crystal Palace played this game.
Yeah, I think Sheikh said it all. It was an even game. Like I thought at moments Crystal Palace dominated, and then Burnley came into their own and did what Burnley do. You know, in terms of Olise, brother, like you like you say, you come and you say, but something both Crystal Palace black players with locks. You know, the Zahas, Eze and no Olise with the locks. Them just trickery and the way how him just glide past players and put it on either foot. I thought he was just strictly left footed. But the way how he's playing is he
2 footed.
showed me that he can use both feet, and I mean he just goes on the wing and put the ball in the box. And I think what Schlupp got the goal.
Sure.
Yeah, Schlupp. Like me no know how that man still have a career. Me
That
no
man
rate
only
him
scores
none.
against Burnley in the EPL.
Can I tell you? Like,
Yeah, we don't rate him none at all. But he's Olise is a very good player, man. I think he has a massive future ahead of him. And I mean, I guess end results can improve, but he scored a couple goals in the cups. From that same wing, cut inside and curl it in the top corner and stuff. So him just need to add more goals to him game, and I think he's going to be a great player, man. And yeah, man, big up, big up. And like I say, Burnley, don't worry about Burnley and Daesh. Definitely not going down.
All right, boss. Kims, do you have anything to add to this?
Nah.
Okay. Now, I'm just going to go to you, Kim. So, your team, as I said, you pointed out that you guys would have gotten, I think you said 2-1 or 2-0. Which one did you pick? And you
2-1.
know that you went for the win. And
Yeah.
you guys got the win. What you have to say about your team, Mr. Cash?
What a brilliant goal by a person I picked in my. Everybody was picking on my side. It's like them
Matthew
show up.
Stewart Cash.
It's like them show up for show the people. Them say, hey, look, end up of a sucker for third place still. But
Except
hey,
the hairstylist.
no, the hairstylist are on my team.
Continue, man.
The team in there. But hold on. So anyway, Aston Villa, absolutely the better team. The better team from start to finish. I think Brighton got probably one chance. It was a grace the crossbar or something like that. But again, this is the first time in a long while I see Aston Villa playing with a purpose from start to finish. They came out very energized. They were winning all the 50-50 balls. And of course, Matty Cash, he got the goal. And then Ollie Watkins, finish it off, for that nice 2-0 victory. Really, really, really happy. Graham Potter is now on the hottest seat because now I think this is 6 games now without a win. So he's at a torrid time. 4-0 from Burnley, now a 2-0 from Aston Villa. And both teams are below him, so it's not really good. But I really love what Aston Villa did. But obviously, we still have a lot of work. I think we have West Ham. Or one of those teams coming up. I'm not even sure. But, we still have a lot of work to do. But, we are heading in the right direction. And I'm really proud. Don't watch my little Manchester United jerseys. A little bit me lose. But it's really, really, really good what we see in Aston Villa right now. I just hope they can remain consistent. And from that Jamaican don't touch a field, I am also very, very happy. That also helps.
I hear Kish say that this man has on United shirt and sounds so passionate talking about Villa. I am going to puke. But any of you guys has anything to say about this? I know that Demo wants to ask a question. How did Coutinho play in this game?
I definitely wasn't going to ask that question. I just want to big up Ollie Watkins. I want to big up Ollie Watkins. This goal was long time coming. He hasn't been scoring for a while, and people start doubting quality and stuff like that. Ollie Watkins is a class striker, and I'm happy that he got a goal. I don't know how Coutinho played. I honestly don't. So Kims can tell me, or you can tell me, like, no.
8 out of 10.
Brother, I told you multiple times, and I would love to be in your classroom if you're.
So how much would you give? How much would you give Coutinho for that game?
The amount that Declan Rice has been averaging this season.
She's what, 7?
7. Yeah.
7, 8.
No, man, it means that he played really good in that. And I just think he was just above good.
Above good or above average?
That one, average of 5, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. Good is from 7.
Yeah, I think
exactly.
I think apart from not scoring, I think what Coutinho do. Drag defenders to him, take on players. I think he was doing that. I think he was very confident, in what he was doing. He was caught out of possession a couple times. Need to definitely work on that. But for the vast majority, I think he was good in the game. He was intentional with what he wanted to do, and can't complain about that.
But I don't want to get me wrong. I don't want to think that I track Coutinho for Coutinho fail. My whole thing was like the hype coming back into the Premier League after such horrid form. People just automatically thought that he's going to come and bang. And I'm just saying, just pump the brakes. Make we see the man play 10 games first, and then we can judge. But after the first game and the man score and thing, it's just every Liverpool fan when we know attack me. Oh, Coutinho Rere, we tell us we should have take him back. I'm like, take him back for what? Like just because the man score and assist Rere, just pump the brakes. That's all me say. Me not hope for the man feel. Like me no do that for footballers, except Sterling.
All right, we're going to move to the next game, and that was awful game, to be honest. Shakes, I'm just going to start with you because one thing that
It's
them
not
that
Manchester United you're talking about. So,
I'm right there.
oh,
What I'm,
Lord.
what I'm
Sorry
about to
for
say is that
interruption, but continue. Like, make
it's
him
been
talk. I'm wearing a
right.
black shirt, so it
I'm
means
wearing a blue
undead.
shirt,
It means undead.
but what I'm about to say is that
Mm.
over and over, even the Ole, there was a complaint that enough chances weren't being created for the frontline players. Now, since Mr. Press Conference, Mr. First Staff, Mr. Whatever engineer he is, has taken over the rhythms of this club, this team has created a plethora of chances for forwards. And when I say a lot, I mean a whole lot because I believe in their last 5 to 6 games, they have created over 200 chances. And when you check the amount of goals that has been scored, it's like 4 or 5. So it's a case as if the players just aren't finishing. And if you want again to find out what is wrong with Manchester United, this was the game. Bruno Fernandes, multiple. And when I said multiple, I mean multiple chances to bury. CR37, multiple chances to convert again. And I was like, damn, what the hell am I watching, man? Until I just get fed up and just say, you know what, we just leave it alone and just make it go and run. But man, it was an awful performance from those forward players, and it just have you thinking that what has gone so wrong at this club? People are saying that they're cursed and all of that, but I don't think they're cursed. I think that it's because you have too much average players. So this week they'll turn up, next week total different
So,
players.
let me ask you a question. Is this the first season you see Bruno missing goals like this? This is just me just asking a question. 'Cause you seem very surprised that Bruno is doing this. So is
No,
this a
Kebs, listen again. I didn't say season. I said this specific game. This has been the most this player has missed in one game.
I beg to differ.
You're
I,
kidding
I
me.
I beg to differ. Like the amount of time I see Bruno miss some little easy, simple goal, like I get so used to it now, like I'm immune. So I was watching the game. I was more again for me personally. I think I was more surprised at CR7 because again I don't expect CR7 to do what he was doing at 26, 27, 28. But I expect him to score goals. And when him get the little easy chance him to score, if a one person would have said for Man United, I'm say, I would have bet my money on this man to put away those chances, it would have been him. And it seemed like I don't know. Sometimes you have a flu and then you cough and then the whole room get the flu. Like that's what's going on at Manchester United. One rocks, then two rocks, then everybody does rocks. So no matter how good CR7 is, everybody does rocks. So that it look like. But just watch Watford get whopped up by Crystal Palace, who can't even play no good offensive football. And then you come up big ultra. Remember. And this is where I have to challenge the character of the players. When you get 4-1, when you ship out the man when we couldn't get 4-1, only get yourself out. You're a virus for the team. Okay, now you have Mr. Press Conference. Now you have a chance. We say, okay, them boy you give 4-1. They're struggling. Them have Roy Hodgson as them coach. No man, we can put it on them at Old Trafford and this team is in a top 4 battle. And they come out like that is absolutely unacceptable. But for me, as a one-time United fan, I am happy. I am laughing. I'm just sorry for my boy Pogba. Honestly, I'm sorry for Pogba
Fam, I tell you multiple times on this show, you bleed one color, and that is red. So I'm not to keep on telling people about the support the claret and blues done by Aston Villa. You're a United fan. Notice that you can't leave the United jersey alone. You are a fan. So don't tell any lies, man. But honestly, Shakes, what you have to say? Because personally for me, I know that you're a huge fan of this fella, but you yourself said it on this show a long time ago. You said that Messi and CR7 people need to stop talking about them because those are two done footballers. I said Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland is worst striker is that in the world. But This man earned his name Tapinaldo from Tapins, and this guy can't even tap in a goal anymore. What has gone so amiss for this guy, man?
So Kims is right. When you play with bug players, you're likely to actually catch a bug, right? So, oh boy, what can I say about that game, right? I was actually agreeing with what Kims was saying, right? um, you know, I'm not disappointed in Ronaldo. You know why I'm not disappointed in Ronaldo, Levon? Because you just said it. I said that people need to stop thinking of Messi and Ronaldo as players in their formative years, right? Move past the high level of play that they used to do. You can't judge them now based on what they used to do in their prime, right? Because guess what? You see, when other persons are 35 and 37, they are playing in Japan, they are playing in Australia, they are playing in MLS, they are playing
Can't be a man there
in
this
their
again.
backyard. Some are gardening, some are on crutches, right?
Man are this
Some
way
are
money.
playing in the championship, some go down further,
Better
right?
stop this Jaggy Elka.
Come on, right? So for me, you see, for me, these footballers, the level that they're at now, it's understandable. It's age, right? That's understandable. The players that I would really be upset with is Elanga, Bruno Fernandes, um, who has got some an excellent chance on the day.
No, that was it.
Yeah, it's really those two players, apart from CR7, right? Um, Stop and think about it. So you put on substitutes, right? You're playing against Watford. Kent just said it. You're playing against a trash team. That's what he just said. But Crystal Palace just done that team, and Crystal Palace don't even have a proper offensive game. Okay, Kim's also said that Manchester United is challenging for the top four. So you're supposed to come out and do certain things. I remember in the comment section, like I like to be in the comment section. When you're in the comment section, you can just say anything. And like,
Best
no,
place.
if you realize when I'm in the comment section, it's just endless chatting. But I said, people like Marcus Rashford, they man, they need to get shipped out of Manchester United. I said that that fellow, he ain't going nowhere. Like, Dima was the one who opposed me when I mentioned that, oh, you see, Marcus Rashford,
Nothing changed.
yes, I know. I'm saying, let me say it out loud now. And if I'm proven wrong, I'll actually pay up some money. Marcus Rashford has hit his peak in world football. There's no more peak for Marcus Rashford, right?
Mas,
Um,
oh, no, so reactionary, brother.
he's not
Like,
reactionary, boss.
recency
The
bias are
man,
gonna make you no mad, bro. Alright,
no,
go,
the
go.
man has been poor for a very long time. You just don't realize. You just don't realize, when last has Marcus Rashford actually played a half decent game of foot, not even a full game, a half decent. Where can you guys actually say, oh, but okay, all right, as them say, Man U are a second half team or sometimes a first half team. But when last Rashford give you a good 45 minutes, Kems, what you say? When last you see him play a good 45 minutes?
So honestly, it's been a long
It's
time.
been
I
a long
mean, I
time,
don't.
no joke.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him right now, but I think honestly, I think it's probably more mental than anything right now. Cause I mean, as well as I mean, him not playing the football right now, but the guy have talent. Right? There's some talent there in the guy. So there's have to be something upstairs along with the confidence. I don't think he has the confidence. Because it has been reported that him put in the work, him stay late, him do this, him do everything that he's supposed to do. But then
Yep.
on the pitch, as I hear some of the commentators say,
You
every time
can't
he
even
touch the
beat a
ball, he
man.
want to do something. He want to do something magical. Sometimes when it's not going for you,
You
and
just
this
keep
and
it
I think this
simple.
applies to our sport. You keep it simple. You just play
Correct.
the simple football, pass and move, get yourself into some nice position, score a goal. You see the ball go in the net, you make an assist. them think they build your confidence. But Rashford, you want to take on 8, 9, 10
Yeah,
man
like
spin and all them something there. Too much.
somebody
And before
said,
you guys move on, Shakes, hold on a second. Is it the same thing that did for Greenwood the other day where they said that as fans we could bring him back our Greenwood jersey and get it exchanged?
yeah.
Please, United, make it applicable. Please.
Rashford done just come off of the bench the other day and win a game for no. May
So,
I try remember that? Like him
Which
literally come off of the bench and win the game for no the other day.
no Rashford
No?
at all. No
Which
Rashford.
of
Yeah, he had
course you
scored. He had scored. He had scored.
you
I
need
think
one
I
of
think
the
it was
games.
against West Ham.
West
It was
Ham
against West Ham, right?
off the
Yeah,
bench
man,
to the rescue.
when
Yeah,
there was
but
an
Demo,
interchange between.
You see, that's one moment. I asked, when is the last time Rashford actually played a decent half of football, just 45 minutes in total? We have not seen that, right?
Okay, all right.
And right now, people are actually asking if he's gonna miss out on the World Cup, because the season is coming thick and fast in terms of the end. I don't see him
Yeah.
improving for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And then
Right now you wouldn't get picked for the squad.
exactly,
Right now.
some are going to come, some are going to come. It all depends on what type of pre-season they have. The start of
Because
next
all right,
season,
stick up in
I
Shakes.
don't know.
Because all right, as I said in the games, when I look at England left hand side, you have Sterling over there performing admirably. Then you have them Sancho himself performing
And
well
it's
on the left hand side. You also have Foden who plays on that left hand side as well. So if you look down that picking order, not looking bossy for the man.
Yeah, as I said, right now he's not on that World Cup plane, right? Not even on the substitutes bench, right? If he gets picked, it would just be for his charitable work, for feeding the youths in England, not on football related issues, right? But as I said, Kim's mentioned, or no, it was Levon that mentioned Bruno Fernandez, but Kim's was saying, oh yeah, he's accustomed to Bruno missing. No, he's not accustomed to missing them type of chances. He's accustomed to making silly passes. But those
that too.
chances that he got in that game, oh god man, he'll have to bury one of them then. Right?
One of the,
You just have to bury one of those. And you see,
one of the
even think about the header that he scored other day. If he could have scored that header, oh God, but some of these chances that he got in this game were actually easier than the header, that downward header that he scored in that previous game.
Facts.
Yeah.
one of these one of these shows from a minute, I go do a Bruno Fernandez blooper. All of the goals that we miss, when I'm a minute, that I go play. I'm gonna show them. You miss
Not
some
a
easy goal,
problem.
man.
Not a problem. As I
Yeah, man.
said, I was disappointed in him in terms of throughout the game. Listen, I'm more disappointed in the other people in the team rather than CR7 just because of his age. Because guess what? I have lowered my
He's
expectation of
no,
him.
no. Shakes, let us be honest now. I'm tired of this age garbage now. If if you are working, all right, if you are working at an organization, Shakes, and all you have to do, Shakes, all I wanted to do is just type up this letter. That's all you have to do. You know have to do the same the bag of duties where you used to
The
do before.
analogy
No.
does
I'm
not
going to,
stick.
I'm going to show you how it sticks. All you have to do is just type this letter each and every day. All Manchester United is asking CR7 to do. Them not asking say, hey, run back and defend. Them not asking for press this. Them not asking for press that. All they're saying is that CR7, when the goal opportunities come, just take them. And the chances that CR7 miss, age not have nothing to do with it. Him not have to show no kind of athletic ability. Him not have to show none of that. All him have to do is tap the ball in the goal. So when you see when they come with a 37-year-old argument, no shit, it kind of look like you just come with some excuse, no
No,
bastard.
you know why? You know why? You know why?
Why? Why?
Because we have younger persons in the Manchester. Remember, it's not your team anymore. So we have younger persons in the team that really they don't do more than CR7 in the team. And when you think about it, even Demo, who is disagreeing with me, Rashford, he would be saying that people like Marcus Rashford don't reach the prime of his career. Jaden Sancho don't even start to reach the prime of his career, right? Them man career basically just beginning, right? Because they are nowhere close to 28, or even 27, right?
But,
However, they are not setting the world alight in terms of in the game to really impact the game and say, oh my God. So yeah, let me build
But
around
the
these
thing
players.
is,
They are not
no,
doing
but
that.
but shakes again. When somebody talking about something, you go around all kind of corners for talk about something else that nobody else is talking about. All I'm saying is that CR7 is not scoring the easy goals that come to him. What I tell him about Rashford and Sancho and all them people before, that's not applicable. Why is he? Why him care?
Because those
What does?
players
Hold on, hold on, hold on, shakes.
when CR7 is on the bench, tell me, and those persons are up front, are they scoring?
I ask you a question. Why is it that you're using age for a man who can tap the ball in the back of the net? An empty goal, him and God alone, him and Casper, why him can't tap the ball in the net? That's all. What age have to
The
do with
man
it?
not getting empty goal, Kems. If it was empty goals that he were missing, I could agree. But he
Come on, Shakes. He has gotten it.
Hold on. Sorry. I know say Manchester United busy, but
empty
hold
goal
on.
team.
Wait, no.
And 11, really?
Wait, no. Shakes, hold on. We only use the age thing when he miss. Because I swear Cristiano Ronaldo the leading goal scorer for Man U right now this season.
But
And whenever you're not going age,
listen,
then
Dimo.
so more
But
know
I
how old when
don't
he
buy
missed
into the age
him at
thing.
37.
Yeah, I don't buy into it. Yesterday, I was watching that EFL Cup final, and I said 37-year-old Thiago Silva run back past young defender
gosh, man.
and kick ball off the line.
And I mean, I tell you, Levan, Cristiano Ronaldo spent a lot more on his body than Thiago Silva.
No,
a whole lot more.
no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know, you're wicked. You cannot, and nobody ever compares a defender with a forward based on age. Why? The lifespan of most defenders, when you are 35, 36, 37, you can play at a higher level and you'll find more persons that are that age that can actually play in those positions than a 37-year-old up front. So
Shakes.
don't do that. You're wicked.
Shakes. Again, Shakes. Did you listen keen what I said?
Come on,
The
man.
man was behind in the play, and the man ran past the younger defenders to stop that ball from crossing the line.
I mean, it
Simple as
was
that.
off target, but I get it. So just my little 2 cents on the game. I think that Manchester United went
Oh,
from
my word.
dominating the game to almost losing it in the last minute. If Sarri was an actual footballer, he would have scored, and
Usain
he
Bolt
missed
in
in the.
boots.
The man is a horrible footballer, and he missed that chance. If me across anybody, I mean Bruno chance was easy, but I think Cristiano played a great ball to Ilanga and he was 1-on-1. I don't know how the man missed that pass. Would I more blame him for
Especially
not
with the form
convert?
that he's in.
That's where I was going. Like the farm with the man in right in front of the goal, that a 1-2 with CR7, I think it was, and he just shanked his shot
But
wide.
that's why I had those two players at the top of my list, Bruno and Ilanga.
Yeah, but something really happened at Manchester United where I can't
Toxic.
explain.
Yeah,
But
as in too many average players.
brother, environment is too toxic. But here what?
It's funny. One last thing on this. It's
Yeah, but
funny
shoot.
how all of us. It's funny how all of a sudden too much average players. But before I hear that it
Talk about
was
Come on, guys, don't do that. I'm not even
the
going to say
players were
Kelly.
good.
Guys, don't do
No,
that.
no.
Don't do that.
All right,
Don't do
we
that.
can move
Don't do
on.
that.
I'm just saying. I want us to
Don't do
remain
that.
consistent. On a judge Ole on a particular scale, more press conference again. I will repeat it for the 100th time. The man has the easiest schedule from he has taken over the job at Manchester United. And if you look on the points that he has gotten, it just haven't matched up.
Okay,
But
okay.
and
Make
what
it
is
work.
his schedule like going forward? Because I
Oh
think it
God.
gets hard.
Voice, you're wicked enough. You're wicked enough, voice. Because I'm one of them that used to say, oh, and I was always typing it on Facebook that Manchester United relied on individual brilliance. Everybody would attack me
You
when
said
I
it.
said I used to come on the show every single night and say, yo, guys, when last we see Manchester United play a good team game? And it is clear that we don't have a team. And we don't have the individual brilliance going on right now, which is why we look even worse.
But listen, what I'd say to Kims in reference to what he just mentioned, I'm just going to use your own philosophy that you walk with around on all these shows. With more information, my opinion is subjected to change.
Absolutely. Can't disagree with that.
Lever,
Absolutely.
just tell me, Man U next 5 games. Let me see something.
All right,
Me
so I know
just want
that
to
they
hear the
have
fixture.
Man City, Atletico. All right,
We have Tottenham and Arsenal, I think. Or I think we know.
Oh
I think we have
wow.
No,
Arsenal.
Arsenal and Leicester.
Oh, Arsenal and Leicester. Yeah.
Let's start 3 points,
I know.
but
I know. I know. We
No,
have.
no,
I
no,
know. We have.
Arsenal. I mean
all right,
Spurs.
all right. I run
Spurs
through
and
it.
Leicester.
I run through it.
Yeah.
So they have City on the 6th of March. Then
L.
they have Tottenham the 12th. Then they have
Uh-huh.
Atletico on the 15th. They have Liverpool on
Mm.
the 20th.
L.
Then they have
They have a
Leicester,
tough run.
Leicester on the 2nd. And they have Everton on the 9th.
no, sir, it's a
So
rough set of games.
so it's in the EPL, that's one win. And that's against Everton. Only that
Really
hey,
and truly, Levon, since Dino asked about it, but you see, the real winnable game is actually on April 9th slash the 16th of April when we play Everton and then we play
Norwich.
Norwich.
After Everton just fight so with City, careful.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That really and truly um is really in
the
April. So we might go through March and
No,
go
man.
through
No,
a
no, no, no.
real run.
They're going to beat Tottenham. You know why? Tottenham's going to play a good game, then they get a bad game. That's how Tottenham play. And since as Tottenham won their last game, beating up Leeds, so expect that bad game to come soon. But
trust me. Hey, the Everton game
You
there,
know what?
team viewer open on the yard, yeah?
Team Viewer
But
cannot
that
play, bro.
oh really? Oh
Yeah,
General.
because of
Lucky.
English guidelines. But
Yeah.
what I'll say now is that we spent a long while talking about the wrong United. You need to talk about my side more. Newcastle United. We're up on an upward trend, and that's what now.
Let's say we
7 games
can
unbeaten, playing some good football. I mean, sorry, Brentford. I mean, you're still going to stay up either way. I don't know what Kim Sweden appear about, but Brentford is still going to stay up. Josh Da Silva just had a moment of madness. I don't know if it's because he's just coming back, but that kind of messed up Brentford. Otherwise, Newcastle, they did well in that game, and I'm sure that Kim's want to say that man, John Joe, once again. Go ahead.
Oh God, man. Hey, boy, I tell you to come here and talk about Janjo all the time, but the man though, if you look on Janjo, you'd say him don't look the part. But trust me, he is the part, and he's at the part, and I think he's keeping that Newcastle midfield, and again, he's bringing out all the principles what Eddie Howe, wanted to bring out. Continue determination, character, be accountable to your teammates, and work hard. And Janjo has been all of those. Newcastle, a lot of persons were saying, boy, the richest club in the world to get relegated, and Eddie Howe was just buying his time and just waiting for the transfer market, and he went in the transfer market. He got the players who he wanted, got the squad together, and they're playing some really good football right now. And you have to give hats off to Eddie Howe. I think two persons on this podcast really and truly love Eddie Howe. I'm not really a big fan of his, but he's doing an excellent job right now. And I think Newcastle will definitely stay up. And good job for Newcastle.
You know who more pick out from the game here? I mean, obviously the whole Eriksen situation will come back and in play and stuff. But I think people really asleep on Joelinton playing in midfield, boss. Like since I don't know which manager
Brilliant.
put him this up.
Eddie Howe.
And it's not because him score. Like the
Eddie
man is
Howe,
just
bro. Eddie Howe.
he's
Give
just
him
a
his roses.
different player playing in midfield. Him look completely different than when he was playing striker. And for me, and like I say, it's not just because he scored. Him just overall, him the enforcer when he need to be an enforcer, and him dictate the midfield a lot in a lot of Newcastle games. So I want to give him flowers because he deserve it. Him get a whole heap of bashing when he used to play forward.
Facts.
But right now, like the man is a next level player in midfield.
And before I go to Shakes to give his opinion, please, Kims, stay over Aston Villa. I don't really want him at Newcastle. You're a salt, brother. Very salty. Went to Aston Villa, they started the poorly. You went to Lakers, they started the poorly. You went to Miami Heats, and yeah, they were winning here and there, but you kind of see a little drop in form. Please, Kim, stay over where you are.
No, I'm not coming to Newcastle. I just want Shelby to come over Aston Villa in our midfield. That's all I want.
Please take him. Take him.
So it's a Shelby for England call up.
Too old, I know, man. Now, so get them Monday. So get them on them Monday night.
All right, bro. Shakes, what you have to say?
My decision in terms of the defender Da Silva, Mike Dean again,
It's a
not
midfielder though.
surprised, right? So from Mike Dean have to go over. Yes, it was a red card, but once he goes over, he's coming back with a red card, and just look at his passion that he had to issue that red card, right? That was funny to see, right? But yeah, when you go down to 10 men, you're really out of the game, especially because of the sort of form that you're in, the rut that you're in. Um, People will say that it was actually pretty good that Brentford won a lot of their games earlier in the season, so they have some points in the bag.
Yep.
Yeah, I realize that some people are now saying that Brentford to get relegated. Yep, like that's the talk of the town right now, even in the English media. But for me, you have to give credit where credit is due. There are times when you play against 10 men and you still don't win the game. You still don't take control of the game. I think Newcastle controlled that game excellently. There were two excellent goals. Lincoln, yeah. People forget that he was bought for 40 million, I believe.
40, yeah.
Yep. So yeah. Repaying them with an excellent headed goal. That was a well taken goal. Willock, as Dima said, yes, brilliant play throughout the game. His goal was excellently taken as well.
He has been
Um,
playing. He has been playing. He has been playing well for the past few weeks. He has been playing really well.
yeah,
Scoring.
and that's what happens when you have a manager that actually believes in you, and you instill the right principles within a team. And if you realize, yeah, people were, I think it's bad mind, right? People just really wanted Newcastle to fail, especially because they have all this money, and you see people fear change, and you see because people know what happened with Man City and where they are 10, 12, 13 years later,
Mhm.
14 years later, I think people are afraid that Newcastle can actually become that force in even a faster time, right?
Facts.
So people actually want Newcastle. They would have loved if Newcastle ended up down at the championship. However, Eddie Howe, we have always read about Eddie Howe in terms of he's a very good young manager. And if it's one thing Shakes always talking about, right, is that get rid of them Hudson people, Pardew, Steve Bruce, Tony
Allardyce.
Pulis, Allardyce. Listen, give young managers a chance, right?
Facts.
You,
Even the
you
same, even the same guy that came to Tottenham the other day, Ryan Mason. Give them man their chance.
Yeah,
Get them out.
you have to give, you have to, you remember last year how I used to rave about Scott Parker, right?
Yep.
I want to see young managers given a chance. It's just like in any sector of life. We want to see young people doing well. So why should that apply to football? Or just because it's just about winning, but we want to see people do well. So that is something for me. Always see young managers do well, right? And I never had any doubt in my mind that yeah, people not going to say, oh, they're not safe yet. But guess what? You see, in terms of the trajectory that they're on now, I don't think anybody would reasonably see Newcastle going down, right? Because it's obvious that the football is better. The brand, the style is way better than what Steve Bruce used to do because he just used to come and sit up and say, all right, yeah, don't concede and let us try score a goal towards the end of the game. Nonsense. Many times the commentators used to say, oh, but they could actually play football. Like seriously, so why
Yeah.
they didn't do this like at the start of the game?
And guess what,
Right?
Shakes? Steve Bruce has gone down to West Brom in the championship, and West Brom
Yeah.
has just been on a L L L L L L. That's all.
BAL.
Yeah,
Pure
BAL.
L.
and that's what I'm saying. I don't. Yeah,
That man them was sitting comfortably. I think they were second. They were sitting.
No, no, no. They were fourth.
No man. At one point they
yeah,
were
at the
second.
early in the season, early
Earlier
in
they
the
were second
season.
up there.
Yeah,
But
And then
they
early in
were
the
no.
they were fourth and fifth when he took over. Now they're about eighth or ninth, I
yeah,
believe.
man. Them man, they must get chip out a management, man. I'm tired of people saying, oh, they bring years of experience. But if they were very good at their jobs, would they have performed better? Would their win ratio be higher?
The thing.
Shakes, you just
The
brought up
thing.
Go ahead, James.
Go ahead. I'll talk after you.
I was going to say that Shakes brought up a solid point because when I mention young managers, they're saying that where's the experience? However, it's something that people generally in life face right across the board. When they're going to get a job, right? Or when you're applying for a job, they always use this, oh, you have to have experience. How the hell am I going to have experience if you don't give me the
without
opportunity?
getting the job. Can I tell you?
Oh,
Correct.
The
Excellent
thing
point,
is,
Levon.
well, I guess
Excellent
so.
point.
The thing is where that is concerned. From a professional standpoint, apart from football,
mhm.
I spoke to some real top of top people, and one of the things that they really don't want to do is to train people. That they don't want to train nobody, and especially up here in America, certain jobs, certain of them big jobs, you have to pay for training and all of them something. They want to eliminate that. So they want people who already know how to do the job, so when them come in, them just get running right away. So that's the one thing. But what Shake said about the football thing, I totally agree with that. And what not also that, if you notice, football is changing. So the Roy Hudson, the Steve Bruce, them still in them for them all ancient ways, still want to come set up, but the football is moving away. So then the
Right.
West Brom now who are trying to make the Premier League can't make it again now because Steve Roof come with him like a stupid football. And West Brom was actually playing some really good football prior.
Yep.
I don't know
Definitely
what
that Ismail guy was doing well.
yeah, I don't know what happened why them decide for
They started to pick up some L's as well, man.
yeah, but sometimes you have to stick with it. But
So
then
that's the
if you
thing
ever
when
pick
they
up
go to
L's,
ancient. Yeah, man. When they
you
go to
can't go with
ancient in
Steve
modern
Bruce.
time, it's crazy. I can never ever understand it, and
Yeah,
I'll never give it a tick and be in agreement with it. As I said, yo, you have to give people a chance, right?
that's
And that's why I love German football now because you see when those young coaches
Exactly.
start at these low clubs,
Yeah,
eventually the big team comes and just scoop them up.
yeah,
You have
I
the
mean I tell you.
Nagelsmann, Marco Rose, and all those guys.
And the thing is also, Levon, also if you look across all sports, even in the NFL, they are going extremely young. A lot
exactly.
the man who just win the Super Bowl, he's
So
freaking
that's
36.
McVay.
Yeah,
Sean
30.
McVay, 36
The guy
years
that
old.
lost it was what,
Him at
38, I
38.
believe.
38, yeah. So that's the direction where it's going. But then when you look on somebody, you see Roy Hudson will look like him around 200. Out there,
Brother, yo,
Why not
you see,
there?
you see, you can't have respect for him. I've lost it all. You know why? When this guy walked away from Crystal Palace, he said he's walking away from
Yeah,
football.
yeah, yeah.
And this man was called upon by Watford. And man come out of whatever it was that he went on and came back. But
So just for dip on the other side, like why why you want deny people work? Like
We're
the
not
man they
denying
want make
anybody,
money.
Demon.
Like you want to run the man them out of coaching, but them still believe them have the capability.
No, we're not
And the
running them.
and the club decided that them want use them. You want to deny the people them work, boss?
No. Demo, it's like you have a manager, right? That managed for 30 years. You decide that okay, we have another 5 year project that we want to get this company to another level.
Yeah, but a lot of
Instead
times
of
it's not that with football. It's like you want to save them from relegation, so we need the
but
experience so
but
called for
Demos,
you.
Demo, you have to factor in that a man like Ray Hudson, the man himself said that I'm resigning from football because of family reason. I want
but,
to go to stay with my
yeah,
but
family and all
but
Demo,
those things.
but
Demo,
then you have also all on the shakes.
let me answer the specific question that you asked. Crystal Palace moved away from Roy Hodgson. Roy Hodgson accepted moving away from them because he realized that he could take them no further. So if he could not take Crystal Palace any further, when we compare the players that Watford have, are the players better than what Crystal Palace have? I would say no. I don't know if you're gonna
But
agree and say
but
no also. So if
but
you have
shakes.
lesser players, how are you going to then get more out of lesser players?
All right, shakes. So I look at it this way. You also have to look on the team. So when you look on a team like Watford, what is Watford known for?
Yo yo,
Want to tell me?
it's a yo yo
High
club.
and high
Sack,
and fire
sack,
coaches.
yo
So,
yo.
so they sack coaches like no tomorrow. So I believe right now Watford when them fire after them fire Ranieri, I think they were just looking all right. Who out there were probably we can just use him. Him film resume kind of long. Him have a good CV. All right, come in. I could see what him can do. I could just save the season. So I understand the question that is being asked, but I just believe where football is right now and where football is going, we have to transition into more young people. Because guess what? Let's be honest. We have more technology. A lot of things are new. The
More
young people are
analytics.
more, yeah, and the young people are more innovative as well. We
Yeah.
can't take, and then if you want to put out an attractive product, you think the young person would be able to get it out there. The old people, them kind of really and truly stuck in them ways, how they are. This is who I am, and this is where I'm gonna get. The
Yep.
young person, I believe, is more adaptable and is more relatable as well. So when you look on, for example, the example was Shakespeare, when you look on a man like a Scott Parker, they can relate more to a Scott Parker than they can relate to a Alan Pardew. Like I just think there's a big disparity there. So I just think football, I think sports in general are moving away. If you look at the big companies now, they're trying to hire a lot of young people. Hey, come here, let us get your brain, let us challenge your brain, let us see how we can improve
Yeah.
our organization. So I guess that's why Watford will always be workless and stuff
Everything
because
just backward in England,
Mhm.
Everything is just
Yeah.
backward in England,
But
right?
but guess what though? I'm happy that Watford is in the position that they're at. Why? Because of how they treated Zisco. Zisco was doing well, 7 points from 7 games, and you sack him. This is what should happen to you. But yes, some friend is saying that tell young managers to try their talent in championship like Rooney and work your way. Work on your craft because in the Premier League the owners have no chill. You don't perform, you're out.
No, I
And I
would.
don't agree with
I
that.
disagree. I
I
disagree with
don't
that.
agree with that.
I disagree with that. Why them have to start at championship? A lot of these managers, a lot of these all foot never start on a championship. A lot of so this is the thing. This is my thing, Levon. You come into a particular job, you get the experience. If you feel it's a learning process. You learn and you come back again. All right, this is where I went wrong. You analyze yourself. You make a little self-analysis. This is where I went wrong. This is how I improved. Let me go again and do it again. But I am not of the that you need to start all the way down. So you go in our company. Oh, let me start at the bottom level. Let me be the janitor and work my way up to the CEO. Absolutely not.
So
Absolutely not.
Tim touched one key point just a while ago. It's a learning process for certain former players, right? However, and what I say that for when they fail, right? So you use that in terms of a Lampard, you get up and say, oh, but he was inexperienced, right? However, if it was one of the four of us that got the job, you know what they would say? Oh, but he never should have get the work in my first place. He never have no experience. They're not gonna say it's a learning curve for us, They say because what difference is it if I get all of my UEFA license the same way as Lampard? What makes Lampard a better coach than us?
I'll tell you something, Shakes. The way how this world is run, and we spoke about it earlier, we live in a hindsight world. Because if you come in as a young manager, let's say Shakes, let's say Manchester United hire you, Shakes, and you come and you win the Champions League. Yes, we must hire young managers. Look how Shakes come in and win the Champions League. But make you come in and you get Manchester United relegated.
None.
Oh Jesus, oh the hell will hire
Correct.
this young manager? He
Exactly.
have no experience. Like that's the
Exactly.
world what we live in right now. It's a
Yeah, yeah.
hindsight kind of world. So,
The
hey,
learning process, that's why I say you touch on it. When you say the learning process, it does not apply in every situation. They only use it when they want to suit their narrative.
Facts. And Fabi Fran also said that if a young manager gets fired, it doesn't look good on his resume. The older coaches will always
Exactly.
get jobs because of their name and status.
Thank you.
But I just want one answer from you guys. So I'm going to ask you relegation or survival based on this team fixtures. So when I look at Brentford, I mean, because a lot of people are saying that they're going down. So on Saturday they have Norwich away, and they have Burnley at home, Leicester away, Chelsea away, West Ham home, Watford away, Tottenham home, Man United away, Southampton at home,
No, I hear no
Everton,
more. Them a go. Them a go
hey,
down.
Everton
hey,
away,
that look
and the
like
final
that look
day
like
they have Leeds.
Who is the last?
that look like
Who's the team? Who are the last two teams that they have?
Everton and Leeds.
Yeah, them a go down. Brentford is in there.
Boy. Um,
9 losses in that. 9 easy
you
losses in
I think
that.
other day you guys have given out Everton's list. Everton has they have a very key match on the final day also. Is it against one of the top teams?
I'll tell you their fixture list in a minute.
No, you're not being going through the entire team, but the last team, I think it's a big
Arsenal.
team. Exactly. Yes. As I
No,
remember when we were
And
talking
guess
about
what?
Everton will. Hmm?
No, but here what though, Kims? In Everton's run, Everton has West Ham to play.
Yeah,
Hold
trouble.
on, before I get to West Ham, they have Tottenham to play, right?
That can draw.
They have Wolves to play. They have
Can't
Newcastle to
score.
play.
Tough,
They have
Tough.
West Ham to play. They have
tough,
Man
Tough.
United to play.
tough,
They have
Tough.
Crystal
Oh,
Palace.
easy.
tough.
They have
Can beat
Liverpool to
United.
play.
Oh,
They
They have
have
Arsenal
Chelsea to
game.
play. They have Leicester to play. And they also have Arsenal to play.
Exactly. So you see, yeah, that's why I said Everton. That's why when I was in the comment section on the last show, and I said Everton are now in the relegation.
I tell you, it's going to be 5 teams down there, and it's going to be Norwich, Watford, Leeds, Brentford, Everton. Those 5 teams, you can't even put in Burnley to them 6 teams there.
But that's
I will
6.
be fighting.
Yeah, that's 6.
You can be you can put in Burnley. Them 6 teams are going to be fighting down there,
All I know
coming
this could be
Championship
But
Sunday.
2 gone already, you know. 2 gone already, you know, Kings.
No 2 not gone
Norwich
yet
and Watford
because
gone.
Man,
no man. Listen,
Watford
based on
can't make it.
Everton, based on Everton and Brentford fixtures, Norwich can catch them.
Nah.
Remember, Norwich is just like 4 points behind, or something like that.
No, 5. 5 behind Everton.
What? And how much earlier count for Everton just now? Around 8. Yeah, it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be really tough.
Yeah, but all right, let me look at Norwich then. So Norwich
Yeah.
has Brentford up next.
Oh, that's
Then
a
they have
that's a W.
Leeds.
Oh, that's a W.
Then they have Chelsea.
Trouble.
Then they have Brighton. Then they have Burnley. They have Man United. They have
You can win
Newcastle.
that.
They have Villa. They have West
They'll
Ham.
lose.
They have Wolves. And on the final day, they'll face Tottenham.
This is who, Levon?
Norwich.
Oh, them down.
Norwich can
It's
stay
a
up.
decent run. Big up yourself, see it LFC TV. Big up yourself, promoter England, my boss.
No jokes. But all I know is that running will be interesting, man. No joke.
Yep.
The man lecturers,
Yeah.
the man said
Listen,
aka Tati's agent.
everybody in England know me for back the man, brother. Injustice.
There are 2 games remaining on the fixture list. And first up, a game that some Liverpool fans are crying about because they said that Everton was robbed because that should have been a penalty at the last part of the game. But any one of you guys can take it on. Man City get a 1-0 victory. Big players step up big time. Special players step up at special time. And Phil Foden was the one
Absolutely.
who stepped up for that team.
Well, I'll just start really quickly. I don't really have much to say. A lot of persons say it was a penalty, but again, the way of VAR is explained to me, and it was explained that day, is that it has to be clear and obvious. That's what them tell me. And looking at that, there's some, just like how when you go in the court, what them say, it must be beyond a reasonable doubt, right? Or you have to say innocent if it's not beyond a reasonable doubt. So it has to be clear and obvious. So once the referee, you see, if the referee had said penalty, I think it would have been a penalty because it wouldn't be clear and obvious to switch it. So I think in the VAR room, you see how long they take with the VAR thing. So I think in the VAR room, the VAR referee is like, boy, I can't really decide between this one. So it's not really clear and obvious. So I don't really have a problem with it. A lot of persons think say VAR is to get it right. And you can't say that, but what they explained to me and what I've read is that it has to be a clear and obvious error by the referee. Not, let me get it right because the referee was clear and obvious. But the game itself, I think Everton really set up well.
No, but before we move to the game, what do you think? Because you gave the reasoning behind it.
Oh, what do I think?
Thank you, sir. That's what I want to hear.
I think it was a penalty. That's
Thank
what
you.
I think.
Yeah. All right. I just wanted the people on the stream to know that Ken doesn't agree with what he just said.
But again, you have just like if you watch a court, I can think the person guilty, but again,
I know.
So yeah,
I got that from who you were arguing just now, so that's why I made sure to ask.
Yeah, the man was a judge. The man was in his judge element just now, Shakes.
But I definitely,
as a judge, you have to remove the emotions.
Yeah, man.
But I definitely thought it was, it was a penalty. Even Pep came out and said, hey, if it wasn't offside, then it's a penalty. You can see that. But for the game itself, I think Everton set up really well. Everton was content with knowing that Manchester City will have majority of the football and will just play the football. And I don't think Manchester City really had as much chances as they normally have. And trust me, I think the way Everton played the game, I think they deserve something out of the game, honestly. Frank Lampard is not really my guy, but I think he deserves something out of the game. I think he played them extremely well, but
Listen,
that's all.
listen, me want to talk before six because
Yeah.
you see me now, this no make no sense. I may have this, may I just read it. Today I go see it, but may I go read it. Because these Manchester City fans, the five of them in this world, like it's very annoying, bro. Like this is from the official Premier League. The Premier League clarified that the VAR team didn't think there was conclusive evidence that the ball hit Rodri's arm. So
Right.
them have a red area where them say it's supposed to touch feet be considered a handball, and the green
Yeah.
part is a no handball. And
Yeah,
you
Once
see
it
the
does
put it
not
closer
go
to the
below
screen.
the speed,
you
you
see
need to say that.
you see that?
Yeah.
Can
Demo,
you see that?
you need to tell them that
Like
in the recording they say that it did not go below the sleeve. So it did
it's
not.
so
It's
ridiculous. Wait,
ridiculous.
let me just finish it. And it just say it had nothing to do with being offside. So Manchester City fans coming out and talk about offside and all of it, it makes no sense. It was clear and obvious to me, and I know Kim say that the people him say it never, clear enough. Like what's not clear and obvious about that? It's not like the man did under any pressure, nothing like
Exactly.
that. The man by himself and he might try control the ball with him, but just don't get it. See? And I had written that game off like, yo, City are going. So it's not like say me a while, me already say, all right, 3 points for City. Zine. But when I saw that decision, and I mean, obviously the penalty could have missed, so it never have a score, but give the man them a chance to do it. I mean, me county say 6 points already, me I go chase them down, whatever. But come on, the man them deserve something out of the game. They keep on mention how Liverpool get them fair chances too and whatever. But we have had calls against us against Tottenham. The man we draw 2-2 with Tottenham the other day, right? And the man pushed down Jota in the box, clear penalty, we never get it, and I just saw it go. Like, bro, if you don't want the title race to be interesting, stop tea for Manchester City. I'm here say the two people in the VAR room come from Manchester. The two of them. The same one them we do, the Tottenham game versus Liverpool, where should I get a pen? Chris Kavanagh and that guy. They're
What's
the
her name?
same Kavanagh, whatever him want
It's
name.
Kavanagh.
Yeah.
Him,
He's a little white fella that sometimes
yes.
when he's doing games, like I really have to stop and
Wait,
wonder
no,
what's going on.
those same two guys who never give it the penalty are the same two guys in another game against, so we never get a handball here. So when you can make of it what you want, but me, a thief miss that. That's just not supposed to happen. It's as clear as day.
This
Even
is
Michael Richards, who is blue, Manchester City blue,
yeah.
dip on the TV and I say it's a clear penalty. I didn't understand how that again.
What I'll say is again, we are trusting these referees on the field, in the VAR room. We are trusting that they can be objective and impartial and fair. But the fact of the matter is, some of these referees, they have bets on games, and somebody probably bet. The way I'm looking at it in that particular, I don't think. And again, as we tell you, I read the VAR rules because those are the VAR rules. But this is my personal opinion. Looking at that, I'm thinking that there was either a bet on the game or just a love for the
Straight.
team. Like, boy, I love Manchester City so much, I just cannot give this. And I think there was a referee, I think, what's his name? Howard Webb, who them say love Manchester United.
Yeah.
And some calls, when I see that man give for Manchester United, you just know, say, oh, this man really love Manchester United. Like he's just inexplainable.
Agreed.
So you understand what I'm saying? So
Agreed.
I just believe that sometimes, we ask these referees to do this. Just like, again, you have a juror, at 12, you say, hey, you guys have to be impartial, can't watch no news, can't do that. How the hell we are going to know what they might do, yes or no? So sometimes we just have to take the good with the bad.
I was about to say to Kims that at the end of the
Yeah.
day, this is how VAR goes. Sometimes it's in your favor, sometimes it's not. You just have to just give and take with it. Personally, for me, I stop craving VAR decisions. You know why? As a United fan, I get some of the calls. Sometimes I don't get
But
them.
level on the thing, it not close, and I like it close, so you can see yours.
Sometimes it's not close either. It's clear sometimes, and we don't
Yeah,
get the others
all
because
right,
it's
bro.
it's a
All
give
right.
and take.
So let us look at this. Let us look at this one. And a lot of a lot of Manchester City fans, they go back and they talk about the Milner red card, right? They draw what you call it, comparison with the Milner red card. Say, hey, one Milner should I get a red, and the game would have been different for that. And then Manchester City fans can look at it and say, hey, this referee probably love Liverpool or probably better. I mean, it can be so many ways. Like these things happen, and again, we would want a fair game because, as I said before, I think Everton played extremely well and they deserve at least a point. Or they deserve the opportunity, as Dimo rightly said, to at least kick the penalty. Make them get the penalty and kick it away, and we say, ball don't lie, it shouldn't be a penalty or whatever the case is. But they deserve the penalty, and, VAR has done a lot of good things, but it also has done a lot of bad things to the game. So, they have to Yes, sir.
Did the referee get called over to the monitor?
No.
All right.
That's the
And that
next
is what
thing.
and that is what Lampard was saying.
So you see, I don't know how you guys left that out of the analysis, even from the start. The fact that the referee was not called over. So it therefore meant that whomever was in that room was okay with that decision that the referee.
And Shakes, them never got the monitor for the Jota thing versus Tottenham. Them CM2 Monday. The Jota penalty where the man push him down, you never go to the monitor.
All right, so let me point out that because I was just reading up thoroughly about the guy now. He's from a place in Manchester, yes. However, he doesn't support any of the teams.
What business you want to say?
It does. Him himself said it because, Dimo, this is how it works. You see, in England, whichever area that you're from,
a profile.
Go again, Shakes.
They do a review on their profile.
Exactly.
You're saying to me that he lives in Manchester and him don't support any of the Manchester.
They don't say that he lives. They say that he's born in Manchester. They didn't say that he lives there.
That are rests that they might be in a large area, so they might be in a big city or town, right? However, remember that you have many community clubs, smaller teams. Most of the refs are actually with the smaller teams.
The reason why I say it, Dima, is that they said that in terms of allegiance, Kavanagh doesn't have one and doesn't support a Manchester club. That's the reason why they gave him the go-ahead to ref the Man City against Man United game.
So
in
because
England, if you support any of the teams, you cannot do it.
Because
it's not him say it. They dig deep into these things.
Wait, we are not Shakes. Let me just try to tell you how me interpret it. Right?
Dima is from Papi inside.
No, we know that message, Josh. Let me just give it home.
Dima never support Tivoli, even though both are in Kingston.
No, but I'm saying, I come from Augustone, see?
Yeah.
And you have different parts in Augustone. Obviously, Hermitage, this is their Hermitage, and Hermitage have a football team too. June Road, blah blah blah. But the main thing is Augustone. Once Augustone in the Premier League, everybody will go watch Augustone, even if you have a different team.
But the thing is, Dima,
you can't tell the same no come from Manchester.
You have whole other teams within Kingston within the Premier League.
Yeah. You can't use Jamaica.
Remember that Manchester, the city of Manchester is bigger than Kingston.
But him can't born in Manchester until me say him have no
allegiance.
All right, okay.
Manchester is a huge city.
Okay.
Right?
So you actually
Manchester is bigger than Kingston.
Go to club games from your young. So it's not hard for them to do a background check and say, oh, well, let me see which team his family supported. Oh, let me do some research into which games he used to go to. It's not hard. It's not hard to really do a check. And when you're in the first world, it's not hard to do a check.
All right, I digress.
Jamaica now, at them time they are going to say, all right, you're in a Hermitage, you're down at Elson Flat, all right, you will only just support all the stuff.
Yep. Is this a case like Michael Oliver? This man clearly says that he supports Newcastle. This man can't ref the Newcastle game.
Yep.
Because of where he's actually born in the area. Yeah. But let's just move quickly to the final game.
Dima support Liverpool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just as we check, there are 50 football clubs in Liverpool.
There you go.
50 football clubs.
A lot of the fans in those 50 places don't support Liverpool FC itself. They support the small teams.
Yep.
Okay.
The final game we're going to look at is West Ham against Wolves. And Kems was watching that game in depth, and Kems actually said that Rice played up to standard this time around. He was actually impressed by Rice. So, Kems, go ahead.
Well, I didn't say I was impressed. I said he played excellent. That doesn't mean he played excellent. But I think Antonio gets a lot of flack. Again, people who I see cuss Antonio and empty, I don't think they watch the football. I think they just look in the score, him score, him assist, all right then. Hey, Antonio play crap. But if you look on the man work rate, and if you know anything about Wolves defense, they defend very compact. And when I say the man, what the defender name when Demo they pick on him side again?
Killman.
Killman.
He was horrible.
Oh gosh, man, Antonio would have run him out of his shoes. The only thing Antonio didn't do was score. So I think Antonio was excellent. But what I never like about Wolves seemed like they were trying to go to, and I think the commentator even alluded to it. They were trying to make it to the 60-minute mark at 0-0, and then they bring on them Jimenez and them other attacking Podence, all them other attacking players, and then try and see if they can get a winner. But unfortunately, West Ham got a goal before that. But I think West Ham was absolutely dominant. I think West Ham could have won 3-0, 4-0. That shot that Rice took outside of the box where he hit the post, that was clean. That was a clean strike. Jared Bowen was, he was poor on the day, but those things happen in football. But I think what's his name? Fornals started out rough, but grew into the game and started playing well. So I think West Ham deserved the victory. 1-0 victory was kind of shaky at the end. Wolves could have get a goal, but David Moyes, he's still in that little top 4 race with Arsenal and those other teams. I don't know if after the schedule I heard about Manchester, I don't know if they're in that top 4 race again. But right now, Manchester, Arsenal, West Ham want to have something to say about that conversation. So really good win against a really good team.
All right, Demo, anything to say about it?
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to big up Antonio as well. He was clearly the man of the match to me. I thought he was outstanding the way he was running the channels, his hold up play, like everything. The man, and I was just getting to Silva too. Like you can just see the difference in the striker role. How much money them pay for Fabio Silva? I mean, I know it's a long-term project. Nobody beat me. I know he's a
40.
young youth. If them pay a bag of money for Silva,
40.
and the fact say you start team over Jimenez, and me not get the logic behind all that, and them start shrink out in the game as well. Yeah, for me, I thought they got the lineup wrong. The front three, they weren't clicking for Wolves as well as they are to, and West Ham dominated. Such, I think, if me no remember serve me, I think Antonio got the assist, but him could have never get nothing. For me, he was the man of the match. He was just bullying everybody and running rings around Killman. I thought Killman like one of the worst players for Wolves. Jose Sa was good. He made a couple good saves as well. And yeah, Declan Rice was the man in the middle for the team. So like I thought it was going to be a draw game, but popped up with that goal and Suchek on the spot again. So big up West Ham.
Okay, Shakes, you have anything to say about it?
Yeah, as you guys were talking about Fabio Silva, yeah, Fabio Silva is like a featherweight. Antonio was like a middleweight boxer in that match, right? Antonio is a hustler, right? You have them brethren, they were hustler. Yeah. You have other guys that might get the plaudits, but he's a real hustler in that team, and he was excellent on the day. Rice, yes, excellent. That shot deserved a goal. Was a peach. Too bad it never ended up in the top corner. I didn't really agree with Tim saying that West Ham deserved to win 3-0 or 4-0 because Wolves actually got chances. That you would say, oh, but you expect them to score at least.
Wolves? You expect Wolves to score?
Yes, sir.
Well, you know that
Not
mistaken.
3 and 4 and 5 and 6, but Wolves got chances to score.
No, but just all right. So is it similar to the Chelsea and the Liverpool game? Liverpool and Chelsea got chances, but Chelsea just got the more glaring chances. The same thing with West Ham. I think West Ham chances were a lot more easy. I think Wolves chances were like at 50-50, but West Ham chances were like 80-20.
I don't really agree, but okay. So as I said, even if you're gonna give West Ham the win on the day, maybe I would say like a 2-1 victory because I thought Wolves should they played decent enough to take one of those chances.
But as Dima said, though, I think Bruno Lage was at large for this last. There's no way going to play out of form Trincao and Fabio Silva in the same game and bench Jimenez and Podence.
No, but Levon, wouldn't you think that he was doing it because didn't Wolves play Arsenal midweek?
Yeah, and that was a high intensity game.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so I think he was
But
probably
still start
doing
one
that.
of them.
I don't know. So there's probably things that we don't know why I'm doing. I'm not sure.
But he brought on both of them quite early in the second half in that sense. So, yeah.
Well, and bring them on the 60th minute or something like that.
Yeah, right there.
All
But
right.
what I'll say is that back to the argument about Manchester. So, Dima, just to point out to you, there are few big clubs in Manchester that this guy could actually support. So there's Bolton Wanderers, there's Wigan Athletic, there's Stockport County, Salford City, Oldham Athletic, and Rochdale. So you could be a fan of any of those.
Boss, all of that no matter to me. In a Premier
does.
League game, when Manchester playing against Liverpool, him not support whatever side they just call. What
He's
Bolton
Clayton,
and what?
Culture
No,
is not the Jamaican
he's
culture.
Manchester.
The
Well,
English culture is not the Jamaican culture.
Okay, fine. I digress. Me just solo my whole. I don't think him. I think about that.
And it's evident, it's evident, Levon.
Wait. All of those guys hate Liverpool, right?
To some of the documentaries that are done, if you actually listen to when they go and interview people and you get their reason behind the club that they support, and you're like, but why do you support that small club when there are bigger clubs, right? And when you actually listen to why and even from them grandfather come down, them father and everything, them used to go to certain games when they were younger, and you're like, but they're bigger clubs. But guess what? Really and truly, there are only 20 quote unquote big teams that are in the Premier League, right? So you have 20 teams there. You have more teams in the championship. You have more teams in the first
Shakes, I get it. All I'm saying is, do all of those clubs in Manchester have one thing in common? The hate for Liverpool. Yes or no? Okay, point me.
No, I cannot. You can't use that. You can't use that.
Okay, all right. Like I say, I digress.
Because I go you with it means I dislike you.
I don't know. I don't think you with people yet. You take people. How that relevant?
Shakes, you know that was a terrible analogy.
I'm not talking to people. I'm talking to school.
No, but
you know the history between Liverpool and Manchester. Anyways, let's move on, boss.
The other reason I said Nadima, all right, for instance, look at that Joe Root. Joe Root is from a particular area of England. Who do you think you support? Sheffield United. You'll be like, boss, you're a big cricketer. Why the hell you support Sheffield?
Yeah.
You look at Jimmy Anderson.
I'm glad you pointed that
out. How this relevant? Joe Root hate Liverpool.
In terms of other sports, if you guys ever check out the teams that they support, none of the big teams.
Yeah, because even James Anderson supports Burnley.
Bro,
why?
Missed the point.
Because of where he's actually from.
The best one for you against them, right? Is the Prince of England next to be King, Prince William.
Another nonsense.
Prince William support Aston Villa. Right?
Okay, and what?
He grew up in London, close to where the palace is.
And what?
He's the chairman of the FA, you know, right? He's the next king of England. He supports Aston Villa.
Dima, what you're saying, Dima,
bring up Owen coming, because Owen gets a mess.
Dima, what you're saying, the man could have easily gone support Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, and those clubs. Yet he chose to support Villa.
Bring up Owen.
That's where you grew up.
No, I think I understand what Dima is saying.
I know what he's saying.
Man, ridiculous.
Yeah, but I disagree with it. We know what he's saying, but we disagree because, as I said, the culture in England is different from the mentality.
Yeah.
All right. So let's ask a question. If So when this referee done, them always release a book and they say, "Oh, man, I hated Liverpool so much." Then, I mean, I think we're arguing a point that you can go either way. You can go them way, you can go our way, or phone away, really. But I think the
Yeah,
man,
I digress.
I think anybody, and Josh can know, because I think one time we did see some people from, I think it was Manchester or so. Well, I think once you come from Manchester, you hate people from Liverpool. You're not gonna like nobody from
It's
Liverpool. Just so,
simple.
and you not have to support a Manchester United or a Manchester City or whoever. You just hate Liverpool because I just saw it go over there. So,
But
can
we
we
don't
give?
always work that way there.
But you know that. But you know that.
Because guess what?
But
For example, you know that Arsenal and Tottenham have a huge rivalry, right?
All
And
right.
normally Spurs fans, both of them are from London. But if Arsenal is playing Manchester United, Spurs fans wouldn't want Arsenal to win, even though they're from same London. They want Manchester United to win the game. Just because of the rivalry them have in London.
All right, boss. Who no win? Zin. All
no,
I'm
no,
just going
no.
to
It's not
leave it there.
about
If we
winning,
no,
Dima.
No,
wait,
deal.
no,
It's
wait, no.
about
Just let me
winning.
finish. Just let me finish. If only there try debunk my point, come with something like this generation different, and we see change. Transfers that happen with Man U and Liverpool at youth level now, so it probably changing. Like, come with something like that. Stop telling me
No,
about
but you
which
say
But
other
Manchester
Manchester.
Liverpool
Dima,
not the biggest city.
Chris Kavanagh, he's more likely to have supported Manchester United growing up. So he would actually hate Man City.
What? So he would hate Liverpool?
But Liverpool weren't in that game.
Yeah, but we are direct rivals to Man
Demo, you have
City.
to
We are
factor.
still shakes
Demo,
not
you have to factor in that
understand.
this one is what 35, 36 years old, I believe. So
All
Yes.
right,
it's pretty
all right.
young.
We'll argue. Let's move on.
But
Because
that
we are
doesn't
going astray.
stop it though.
But Demon, that doesn't take away from the rivalry. The Manchester United and Liverpool now. It's still the greatest rivalry in England.
But it was an interesting discussion. I mean, from us talking about old coaches versus young coaches, man, I love the discussion tonight, and I know that the people in the comment section would love for it to go on more, but that all good things have to come to an end. So I'm just going to go around the table and give you guys a minute each to talk about whatever sports related. So I'm going to start with Shakes. Go ahead.
A minute. Oh Lord. My God. Um, the Lakers was, my God. What was the voice of reason should know about it. But he's probably not even gonna speak about it. So you know that he's a man that switch like the light bulb, right?
Absolutely. With more information.
But yeah, boy, it is just terrible what is going on with the Lakers, right? I'm a LeBron fan, so I don't know. Like in terms of the composition of that team, my God, man, um, more desire, more effort. I just want to say better. Like we have to get more. The team can't be that poor. You can't tell me that. Dima mentioned Jeffrey Schlupp, and then can't understand how he's a footballer. Sometimes you have to wonder how some of these guys still get contracts in the NBA, right? But to actually have a contract, oh my God, I think feel like you actually are make some money now, and you're actually making some decent money. So put out a better effort, right? You can't be all the way down in that table getting embarrassed by the Pelicans. Oh God, come on, right? I'd love to see them do a little better. I don't know how far they're gonna reach in terms of in the playing slash playoffs, right? Because you actually have to be in the play-in to reach to the playoffs now. But hopefully something can spark later on in the season.
Okay. Um, Dima, go ahead with your minute.
Yeah, I just want to say. I mean, I know Shakes just said he's a LeBron fan. You know who I am a fan of? Ja Morant, who's having an excellent season. Anyway, I just want to say, big up to Jurgen Klopp, letting us feel another trophy, and people need to give this man his respect. And I know them bring up Tuchel, who is a pretty much a mini me of Klopp, because everywhere him go, everywhere Klopp go him follow and try do him. But anyway, in Klopp's 5 full season at Liverpool, and yes, it's 5. I know people are come with 7 years, but Klopp didn't come here and have 7 full years. He has 5 full seasons, and that's now 5 trophies in the bank. 5. I don't know what else people expect him to do, but people are say, he's flop and he needs for this and that. 5, including the Premier League, which was very much coveted after 30 years in the wilderness, a Champions League, which I mean we do that regular, Super Cup, Club World Cup, which probably will never go on. I know this one. The only thing this man hasn't won with us yet is the FA Cup, which we're still in the running to get. Big up Jurgen Klopp, and also big up this man right here. So Virgil van Dijk, after everything he's gone through, fully coming back from recovery, working hard to get there, put out a stellar performance in the final, and probably the last 5 games he's looking back to his best. Big up Van Dijk, another trophy to the cabinet, and big up Jurgen Klopp.
All right, Kems.
The way Shakes talk about them, the Lakers they just waived DeAndre Jordan. They just waived him. They're trying to get DJ Augustine to come. You know, a lot of you guys say who? You know, he's another old man. Another old man. They're coming to back up Russell Westbrook. I just think the Lakers right now. We talk about Marcus Rashford. I think that's the Lakers. When you look at them playing basketball, they're uninspired. They look lazy. They look mentally fatigued. They're just coming from the All-Star break. They know what needs to be done in order to do that run up against a bad Pelicans team who is right behind them in the standings, and they lose by 30 or 40 or
28.
50, whatever they lose, 28. Like it's just absolutely atrocious. Gibson relays was over the weekend, and I know a lot of you guys not really into track and field
Save it,
unless
man.
Jamaica
Tomorrow
is
we're
winning.
going to talk about it.
Tomorrow we're going to talk about it. What else? Oh, I see Jamorant dunk on a youth not too long ago. It's making ESPN highlights. Boy, that man can't show him face in a basketball again. It was really, really nasty. You guys can go check it out. But my team, I have to talk about my team last. The Philadelphia 76ers. Man, let me tell you how
What?
James
This man
Harden and
gonna
Joel
win like
Embiid. James Harden and Joel Embiid is absolutely unstoppable right now. James Harden in his first 2 games is the first player in NBA history to have 225 plus and 10 plus assist game with his new team for the first 2 games. Absolutely sensational. I can't wait until we play the Phoenix Suns in the finals. That's it. Oh, and Steph Curry chokes once again. Steph
Oh
Curry
my.
chokes once again in the fourth quarter.
Oh
Just send
my.
this to me after the game, so you know the justice, but you guys can go and check it out.
But what I'll end the show by saying that I'll just run through the scores in the JPL, and I just have to bring up this comment because the guy said that we're not giving enough attention to the Jamaica Premier League, but I mean the organizers are not giving much attention, so I guess that's where it lies. So yes, Christoph saying that I think organizers made a mistake and play 6 match on Jacksonville Field in the 3 days, and they need to do better. And the reason why he's saying that is because it's not an artificial surface. So you know that goes when you play multiple games on that particular surface. And the scores in the games were Humber Lion and Harborview they drew 0-0. Waterhouse and Mount Pleasant they drew 1-1, and those two teams are at the top of the standings, playing some good football. Tivoli got a 1-0 victory over Mullins United. Portmore United got I think it was a stoppage time goal by former Wolmer's boy Shai Smith to 1 victory over Veer United. And I mean, Veer has been doing quite decent to an extent. I mean, it's the first I've actually seen this fella. Don't want to call his name, but yeah, that coach. Although, you know what I'm going to call it. Donovan Duki has been giving chances to youths. I saw him brought on 2 16-year-old the other day. So props for that. Arnett Gardens, I know that they won today by 2 goals to 1 over Dunby Golden. I was watching that game. Cavaliers won 3-0 over Mobe United, and Mobe is going right back to where they're coming from. They're just not good enough, and I believe the league is just too much for them. But a lot of football going on. You guys need to pay attention to it, man. Lots of sporting action. I believe tomorrow there'll also be FA Cup in England, and there's a lot of cup football playing. So
Levon, you know what you have to do? Like, you know, so we're close. What you need to do is like, give me some urge, brother, for watch Germany. Like, or do a show about it. Like, why is it that me can't like my own? Like, me can't sit down and watch a JPL game. And I don't know why. Like, me try it the last time before the turf something, and it just looked like a wrestling, brother. The quality was just so poor. I'm just couldn't watch it.
I'm going to be honest
I'm
with you.
feel like a wagonist boss. Me not tell no lie.
I'm
Cause I
going to be
watch
honest with you.
English Premier League every day. I can't watch Jamaica football. I don't know
I'm
why. So
going
you
to
need
be
to do a
honest.
show.
The football,
Because all them on the
hard
people,
watch.
man.
It is a hard watch, fam. The reason why I watch it is because it's right in front of my eyes on Sports Max on YouTube. So that's the reason I watch it.
Exactly. It's right there. And you know the worst part? I can't watch a schoolboy football game. Why? Like, but they get it. But anyway, do a show about it and tell
The,
the
the, the,
people.
quali- the quality is lacking, man. And as I pointed out, there's no way you're going to play 6 matches on one field in 3 days. That is not an artificial surface. So that was poor on the organizers' part. I mean, as the producer said, everything is poor when it comes down to the Jamaica Premier League organization, the fields, the players, all of them are poor. The thing I'm happy about is that they're giving chances to the youths this season. Lots of young players getting chances, and I'm happy about that. But as it's pointed out, Demon, it's a hard watch. It's a very
All
hard
right.
watch.
I thought it was a me problem, but it
No,
seemed like
it's not. It's
all
not.
right.
But thanks to all of you guys for tuning in. Big up yourself again. Demo, big up yourself. Kims, big up yourself. Shakes, big up to the producer, Josh Cullen. Thanks to all of you, the commenters, all of you, the viewers who just sit there and just watch. And again, big up to Liverpool for winning the Chimney
Ole,
Cup.
ole, ole.
That Chimney Cup, they won the Chimney Cup.
Mickey Mouse.
Congrats to Demo and myself once again for winning the EFL draft show prediction. We were on top for that one. So look forward, guys, soon for another next draft show coming up. And
Thank you, thank you, thank
it
you,
will be
thank
a
you.
European 11 this
Thank
time. And I know that man like Shakes is really waiting to go because Shakes really want to get players like Joshua Kimmich, the Lewandowski's, Mbappe's of this world. So I know they're looking forward. So until
Can we also do all time 11 as
them.
in
The know them. The know it shape. Them the know the
eventually
bar.
it's going to
Yeah,
happen.
look at that.
It's going to
because
happen. We're
most of
doing it
these
in
most
order.
of these people don't really know
Them too young.
the past, right? Them don't know the history.
Demo,
We're
we're
going to do an
talking.
all-time club
We're
11
too young.
all-time.
We don't know the
Bro,
National
legends.
bros, football is a subject, and I'm the student. I
All right.
study it.
I believe you. I believe you. I believe you.
All right, guys. Until tomorrow, take care of yourselves. Peace out. Enjoy the rest.